a fraud and security consultant. Many na din command pay. No boy to understand a nearma a course. So in fact, for Obuasi there, one of them. You recorded be over the years. Now no I need din command. I new month to the end the home command. I remember. Rich, good morning.
Morning,
na apom boko there. Okay. Na adia si ewo Obuasi. One out of many cases I recorded about youth in mining communities. Almost say a come the woman, they almost also didi. Now also omoko. Now almost kope bibidi. I feel the last week made him come from as a new month. As a result of Mabuno, Womo invade zones, mining company who say any dia. Na Woma Koho Nani Pashu or Monqua. You record this anime. At the end, Yin right in some of these issues and how we handle it. At the end, Yin right.
Okay, number 3 and answer 4. Number 1, there has been an argument. Everyone making points in it so strong, sir. Young guys said we are using military officers in commercial security guarding duties. Because we got some of these mining areas, military for guard duties for her. And if we don't stop and they went on offensive in a civil manner, like the Obuasi case, who is to be held accountable? Number 2, Yenya Kukuduo, Nayan can devoid of policy. Nayan share the issue of the threat of illegal mining. Any the major outcome effect are every illegal miners. One, any business may want catchment areas. Number 2. Then number 3, the lack of appetite and answer motivation on the part of the state to prosecute crime is rationalizing bad behavior and projecting antisocial tendencies within society. And so these are the 3 things that we can dispassionately government to lead the way for we to address it once and for all. Because Osha government letter now or government is they have regretted what happened at Obuasi. And for that matter, they are commanding 3 things. 1, investigate the incident. Investigate, they are not asking whether the police should investigate, the military should investigate, or Anglogold should investigate. Number 2, they are giving warning to Anglogold say what happened should not happen again. Then number 3, they are telling Anglogold, instructing them to pay the medical bills fully for the injured and make sure you bury the dead. That is what government has done. Then you look at the military letter, almost see the people have opened fire on them, and that is why they act in the manner they have acted. Meaning at that particular line in the military letter, that way you can ask them severally. Why is it that always people open fire on the military? Nobody in the military is dead. We have not recorded that, and it is always the military who goes on offensive. Let's just say we are lying about it. The important thing is that you are using the military and you have militarized everything in this country. In civil cases, in relationship with the public engagement, you are not using the police, you use the military. And when you continue using the military, from a draw to in Cranston, to Ashama, to Wa, to Tamanutan, to Abdan, to many of the places within the military, these are some of the outcomes. I was at the West Africa Mining Security Conference last year. I'm making points, very strongly said. The mines in Ghana and also within the West Africa zone, they spend so much money into the mining business, and they are facing an enormous threat from illegal mining. And so what is this supposed to be done? Number 1, almost here due diligence. And number 2, almost here high level security intelligence performances. And number 3, they need to protect their access and their equipment, including approved concessions now, illegal miners in Korean. And these are the 3-level broad outlook of what we are facing with. But the best thing is that government has regretted it and have instructed Anglogold and have also instructed an investigation. What government letter did not say is who to lead the investigation.
So I don't can me bahose what can say how you deploy military force to those areas and they approach they handle this issue. Nanka any right say Abai will instruct say young constitute a commission of inquiry. Dia when we are report no will guide us going forward. As in the case of the see a commission of maintenance recommendation by how the police or how our security agencies no ever dealing with crowd mob and its anime. Don't you think Senka in a commission of inquiry? No more tenacity. Then once and for all will guide us going forward.
A beautiful idea. Baminia, you know the history of commission and inquiries in this country. Once a politician who set it up, he will never use the recommendation for anything. Ghana City, Dura, in recent past, mentioned them, IDP, Dan Paridian, after today, new general resource, I'm with final reporting. So people are now worried. The government opens up a commission of inquiry, they will receive a backlash. But we need a mechanism and a methodology that will address this issue. Now, what to be the benchmark and what to be the best practices? Whether are we going to continue using the military for commercial security guarding duties, and how do we address the issue of calamity about the political issues in this country? Then the issue of unemployment. Then the issue of the concessions and the mining contracts we have signed that in countries like Botswana and in South Africa, it has helped the indigenous. But in our case in West Africa or in Ghana particular, it did not help us. Meaning, we had a small boy in Burkina Faso. He has set up a gold mining refinery. Uko Uganda, or Kagame has set up a mining refinery. They want about $5 million or so. Then he has paid the national debt to Burkina Faso. He's using the reserves to go into agriculture. But here you are in Ghana, you are giving so much money to, tax waivers to businesses, and in senseless manner that you don't even think you can push them into agree to provide food and jobs for some of those people. And you look at some of the contracts we signed in relation to the mining and the money-related activities in this country. You can see greed, you can see political fraud, you can see many of these ones. In the case of the lithium one, our contract was made public. People said we should clap for them because they made a contract public, but nobody was talking about value for money, best practices in some other places. Benchmark Botswana, I mean, every child born in Botswana is giving money wherever they are in the world. They are giving money just like the UK government would do. But what is it? We are all black people, we are in Africa. But here in our case, from gold to cocoa to diamond to manganese to timber, we have almost everything here. National leadership has no help us over the years. And the case of Anglogold Obuasi is a typical one. So remember the days of President Rawlings and what happened to that particular mining concession. Nikai said it was one of the presidents, Mahama or President Nana Akufo-Addo, who gave them money to even start the mining again because it came to a halt and there were no mining again. And the community were hungry. So you can expect some of these things here.
And utie mabuna semamoka amozo muduru ono omubu nkotodwe pacho say omose omo because I'm sure say almost sense say once the military armed no they are betimasi. You think that in Canada enough? We had statement up. The Ghana Armed Forces said they are ba almost na mrantie na armed. O hwe ne ma maboboso including
when I said that particular line now military for you know people are getting to know say it's not true and something was that almost about 7-8 years now it was the same line, isn't it? It is the same line and it cannot be true. They are just lying. And I'm happy for the first time the government said the shooting need to be investigated. What government also did not say who investigate who? Is it the police? Is it the military investigating themselves? Or is it Anglogold investigating the officers? In many cases, we move a military for any boys are non-combatant. Non-combatant, they are not military people and they are not at war. And one of the best attributes of a soldier is to show mercy, even in a war zone. How much more? These are people, they breach into the area. You are negligent, you are sleeping, and they breach into you, and you arrest them, and they are not armed, and you shoot them. No, I think we've seen many of these like a difficult, callous attitude of some people in military uniform over the years. And until the Kenya producer will punish crime and those who violate our laws of this country, it's a problem. Because in every democracy, it's about rule of law, it's about accountability, and it's about responsibility. And I don't think our accountability regime is working, and I don't think rule of law has worked. People are already not comfortable going to the court because of the judgments they will get, and many of those ones. We have a clean opportunity as Obuasi. We should set up a platform where the investigators tolerate, and let's set up benchmarks across the whole Ghana, and we'll be fine.
What do you say as an expert? The see Obuasi on the day of election. Mabuni bine soldier for videos na go viral. As an expert, susu say eno betimi aka ho bi na ama bia as we speak. Soldier for ne mabuna wo kro ni mu no. E bia abufuo bi hye ho na ama the see because of the see na no a sa video no go viral. Yentimi anhwe ampe amfa permanence babiesi eno ka ho bi and ebema military no, even though condemnable say omu go that tangent, but do you think that eno no contributed to the SC?
For my experience in conflict resolution, meaning say in most conflicts there are root causes, and the possibility say one of the root causes is very high. But then again, it's gone back to point in say non-punishable of offenses will always rationalize bad behavior and promote antisocial tendencies in society. Let me now on the military for now issue. What has happened to him? What has happened to the soldier? How have they resolved it? We left it again. A typical attitude of a Ghanaian. One of the root causes make sure that we are not dealing with ourselves properly. And we are not taking responsibility to resolve issues properly. It could be one of them.
Okay.
But to the extent that confirmation, it could also be one of the issues there. The military were provoked. And to the extent that it's almost himself, even if they kill the people, nothing will happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
That is why they did what they did. It could also be people were abusing them and saying, you are buying a whatsoever, many of those things. Those ones will also trigger. Then you find out the attack of the military. These are NDC, NPP people all over the security agencies. Who is after who? All these things there are possibilities, but it can also be strongly linked to points now. Irrespective of whatever triggered this, I think somebody went overboard. Anything that government says, investigate the case, make sure you bear the medical cost of the injured, and make sure you bury the dead.
Okay.
And now one is said, don't let such a thing happen again. I don't know what to be the consequences and the ramifications if it should happen again from the point of government. And the strong-worded letter now, unfortunately, my brother Felix Kwasi did not say in the letter who is investigating who. Is it the police who investigated the military, or the military investigated themselves, or Anglogold Ashanti investigated themselves? That is something we need to ask.
I see. But many finally, Oba proposes you withdraw the military entirely from Obuasi for the police to take over. And I see and combine with what
but some people have made the point so strongly, sir, to the extent that we keep on using the military for commercial business security guarding duty. We are likely to face some of these things, particularly within the mining area, considering the threat the mining companies face from these illegal and galamsey people. Some people have made that point so strongly. for me, I always believe in upholding the best practices and benchmarking best practices. So that once the thing is not working for us or we are getting issued, what to be the best way? Dispassionately, devoid of politics, partisanship politics. Let's look at it, and I'll be happy if government will lead the way on this particular matter.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right,
Thank you.
your friend Richard Kumadoe.